Good day to our IC viewers. If you are watching, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, all notifications, and then drop your comments. Then click the like button, like, and also share with others. Let's know what you are thinking. Igbo elders met with President Tinubu, and they endorsed him. Like I said on this platform, I have the news, and I want to show you the news where Igbo elders endorsed President Tinubu for 2027. Igbo elders told our president that you are doing well, and then you can go to 2027. And they have abandoned Peter Obi, their own son. I will show you the news on this platform. But Igbo youths have rejected the elders. Igbo youths are saying, elders, you are not representing us, you are representing the Fulanis. But that's one side. But it seems that Igbo elders have struck a deal with the president. Talking about them in releasing Nnamdi Kanu. After they endorsed Tinubu, it seems that Tinubu might now release Nnamdi Kanu after the meeting. That's what is coming out from the camps of some Igbo youth, that our elders have secured the release of Nnamdi Kanu. These are allegations that is going the rounds. You're a Biafran evangelist. What do you have to say about the Igbo elders in securing the release of Nnamdi Kanu after meeting President Tinubu?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. Good night. God bless you all. I remember myself that Biafran evangelist. Listen and listen good. Like I used to say, Igbos doesn't have any two leaders. We have only but one. So those ones that are parading themselves in the corridor of Tinubu in the name of their Igbo leader, they are not Igbo. Those ones are the ones that you know Tinubu now. He's a very, very crafty man. He's not a straightforward person. He knows how to organize thoughts and sew cloth for them. So those ones are the ones that Tinubu sew cloth for, who pretend to be the Igbo leaders, whereas they are not. We the youth, yes, Igbo elders. The elders know themselves, and those elders, you can never see them come out to go and look for Tinubu. We have no business with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And for your information, Tinubu doesn't have any choice of releasing Nnamdi Kanu because he doesn't have what it takes. The people that will release Nnamdi Kanu is not coming from Nigeria, it's from international bodies. In the heart of Tinubu, Tinubu doesn't want to because he's an Igbo man, he hates Igbo people. And likewise me, myself, I don't send a message. Do you understand me? We the Biafrans that we are speaking, we are not talking about those ones that did the during the 2023 election. Don't you see what happened? He decorated some tattoo with the bishop and pope garment, and he said that bishop and pope are doing what? Supporting him. But at the end of the day, we found out that they are attouts. So is it today that Tinubu the correct out, from a deceit department?
Are you saying that those old men are not true Igbo elders?
They are not true Igbos. They are Fulani Igbos. Remember during was it not last year 2024 in Imo State, where Hope Uzodinma made a video, and posted that the youth, that all the people in Imo State are endorsing him, including the youth, which he promised them, say he will empower them, send them to Obodo Igbo, about 1,000, 1 million of them, which at the end of the day, you saw the video now. None of them were the Igbo NDG. These are the people, the youth, which he pay money to. He bought to them and he used the video and they claim that they are from the Imo State. It's not news that have been the system of, especially the Tinubu government. Their way of what? Criminalism. They are not truthful. They are not pure. They are not pure. It's not even pure. You can see what is on the ground now that is trending now. Very soon now, FBI go to pursue Tinubu now. Then go to look for her.
Now, we are talking about the fact that this is another angle. Before we go to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu's release, the Igbo leader that was chosen by President Tinubu, even the governors, Hope Uzodinma, he has not made any statement regarding Nnamdi Kanu. Hope Uzodinma, who is the new Igbo leader now, I'm talking about the APC chairman, the governor's form. Are you not thinking that his silence on Nnamdi Kanu is an indictment of his leadership?
Hope Uzodinma is afraid, is scared. And Hope Uzodinma currently now must be conscious of the things he do and the things he said.
No, I'm talking about Hope Uzodinma.
Because he has already polluted the air. You understand? And as he stands now, the release and the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu is something that he cannot stop. Are you getting it? It is something that he cannot do what? Stop. And he cannot stop it actually. So he is scared because any eventuality of that Nnamdi Kanu, that man coming outside, we definitely have a lot to tell against who opposed the man.
Now let's go to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu's release. Should Igbo youth not be appreciating the elders that went to endorse Tinubu? And again, those elders allegedly also have secured the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Are you not supposed to appreciate them?
Let me tell you, we are supposed to be appreciated if there are genuinely and truly Igbo leaders. And if there are genuinely and truly fight for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, they will now, be appreciated. But a situation like this, there are no true Igbo leaders because neither have they actually stand for Nnamdi Kanu. There are the Igbo leaders you are talking about, people of Hopus or the Ojo, the people that are self-centered, that are only concerned about themselves. They don't think about the masses and they don't concern about anybody, only them and their family. That is the people you are pointing as Igbo leaders. We, the people, know our leaders. We don't see them as our leaders. So the leader we know and the person that is speaking our mind, that is fighting for us, standing on what we are looking for, is people like Nnamdi Kanu, not those ones. And another people you made mention that I may concur or I may likely agree with you if they should make any move is people like Abaribe. Is Senator Abaribe part of the people that went to see Bola Ahmed? He was not there. Definitely Igbo leaders are not the one that visit what is he called? Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They're the one that endorse him.
I will then play a video for you and our viewers. Another governor said, it's from the north, he said that IPOB are not terrorists. That the terrorists are the Fulani herdsmen. And again, what happened yesterday in Benue State? These armed herdsmen killed over 20 human beings and then burnt religious people and their houses. What can you say about the herdsmen attack again in Benue State?
See, that herdsmen issue is, become too rampant and it is not longer a news. And it's not something that we should, every time we'll be talking about it. In Benue and in Plateau State, look at what happened in Plateau as well. After killing 52, thereabout, they still went ahead and killed about 40-something. Even to the point of go on, right in his own territory. You understand now? This is a state where they have plenty of generals, which generals supposed to have by now stand up and do the needful. Go to the north, you see the Hausas now, they are woken up. Look at what they are doing. They woke up and they stood on their ground and they fought the Fulanis in their bushes. They have fight over 100 and something Fulanis in the bush. So what is Benuans doing? I believe that Benuans are paying the price of what they have committed against the Igbos during the war. And let me tell you again, despite the fact that they are suffering for the nemesis of their yesterday crime, they are supposed to by now, stand up on their own. After all, the DG has given go ahead. I don't think that if anyone should stand up now to defend himself, there should be any means of a kind of a police harassment or any, court disturbance. I don't know if you are getting it. So everybody have been given go ahead. Help yourself by defending yourself with whatsoever you can lay your hand with. Benuans should wake up, they should stop. In fact, I've not seen people that is so dumb. In fact, they are too dumb to my own liking. This is something that in the Igbo side, you can't take us for granted like that. We will react, and which you all know. That's why the Fulanis are saying it, that the Igbos are the problem. That if not so, they would have succeeded in Islamizing Nigeria. They know we can't tolerate. But since the era of Buhari up to this very date, they are killing. Benues are dying like a chicken, like a fowl, and they are not doing anything. And they have many youths which they are supposed to form a serious alliance, come up with it, anything that can come up, you know, to face these people. How many are they? I'm still saying it. How many are Fulanis in Nigeria? In the north now, Hausa have risen against them. Why can't Benue stand up? Go to Benin, Uromena. Those ones have tightened their belt too. Or you come. Go to Abia State. You understand? If not that Pritamba in Enugu State is still partnering with them, drinking with the same cup with them. If not so, the day Enugu indigene will rise up, Mbago Sale, all those nonsense will stop. Do you understand? So let themselves wake up. All this fight every time is becoming too. In fact, it is becoming nonsense. It is no longer fight. It is now a nuisance news.
Let me allow you my.
This country belongs to all of us, and the federal government, the presidency, must act fast because time is going. From north, west, northeast, north central, southwest, southeast, south, there is general insecurity. And this is being propelled by herdsmen. I want to repeat again, I have made it a petition to the presidency and to all security agencies before, that if they want peace, Mayor Tiala must be arrested. These are people who have owned up. They have taken responsibility that they have killed, they maimed, they rape, and do all sorts of atrocities. And yet their leadership is in Abuja, and nobody is confronting them. And until these people are arrested, when I talk, I was being castigated. I was being vilified. Nothing bad that was not said against me. I am this and that. But the reality is here. It is not just happening to Benue State today. It is happening to the entire country. Why is the federal government being silent about this Fulani men? When will the federal government come out and criticize and arrest herdsmen carrying AK-47? When are they going to do that? Are we second citizens in this country? What gives Fulani man superior to any other person, to a thief man? I am not their slave. A Benue man is not a slave to any Fulani man in this country. And so federal government must do this. At a point in time, the federal government came out with a policy through the police that even those with license, den guns, double barrel and pump action should surrender to police. How many times have the presidency come out to condemn that Fulani men are carrying AK-47 all over the place? This is not correct. We stand for justice, equity, and fairness. Whatever is happening to a Fulani man should also happen to any other person. That was why I called the federal government to license me and many others to have guns, to have AK-47 too. Because if I have my AK-47, a Fulani man is coming there, he knows that I have, and he has. Then we can fight each other. But you can't disarm me and arm a Fulani man. This is the point. So this is not right. The federal government is biased, is unfair. The failure in security is caused by federal government. This question of arresting those who oppose to Fulani men. I also heard about the press statement issued by the presidency when the governor of Ondo issued a 7-day ultimatum that the Fulani should leave the forest. The presidency came out swiftly and said that it is wrong for him to say that. But when people are killed in Benue, killed in Ondo, killed in Ekiti, killed in Taraba, killed in Jigawa, killed in Zamfara, killed in all these places by these herdsmen, and they come out, there is one Fulani social cultural organization called FUNA, who came out and claimed responsibility and said that they are going to do more. They will mobilize Fulanis from all over the place to come and take over Nigeria, that it is their ancestral land. Presidency did not say anything. But they quickly ordered the arrest of an activist who stood up to speak and to work against his people. What else will you do? When you see your people being killed, you see your people's farm being razed down, being eaten off by herdsmen, what else will you do as a patriotic person of that community? What else will you do? It's just the same thing. The World Terrorist Index have described Fulani as the 4th terrorist group in the world. But up to today, they have not cared, the federal government have not cared to declare herdsmen as terrorist organization. And they have gone further to form Mietiala, Katanhore, Mietiala, cattle breeders, Mietiala, this one, Funam, that one. And federal government is romancing with them. And federal government comes out to defend them. Anything time something happens to them. But when they cause pains in the lives of other people, federal government will keep quiet. Federal government have gone ahead to ban iPod. Why can't they ban? What did iPod do that they went ahead and banned them? This one that Fulanis are taking over everywhere.
And self-hate. People who are, what I call, I won't use too much grammar because a lot of people are watching, mothers are watching, grandmothers are watching in the villages. People who out of cowardice and self-hate think that Nigeria somehow can be won. But all of you know that Nigeria is an Islamic country. I'm sure you're aware of that. All of you also understand the intentions of the Fulani. Oh, if you want the presidency, you have to work for it. Tinubu, you must work for it. How is Tinubu working for it? You must condemn anybody who comes out to speak against our people in your forest. That is what they are doing. Some of you don't understand it, but we do. Some of you do not understand what is happening, but we do. And that is why we are here to tell you. The real terrorists in Asarok, they have dropped them. And now presidency is telling you, you cannot touch them. But these are people killing people in Yoruba forest. No, you cannot touch them. A whole presidency to tell you that every Fulani man is in on this. Their foot soldiers are Mietiala. Have you all forgotten that they gave Mietiala 100 billion? Have you all forgotten? No, typical Nigeria, nigger. Have you all forgotten? So you've forgotten that this so-called presidency, Garba gave Mietiala 100 billion to come down to the south to give peanuts to useless monarchs and traditional rulers so that our forests can be taken. Have you all forgotten? Oh, you have. Of course, you're in the zoo. You've forgotten. Did they give 100 billion to any other organization? Did Asorok give 100 billion to any other group? Why would a government give 100 billion to a bunch of terrorists and openly claim that they are stakeholders in the government? That is why government can come out openly without shame to support terrorists in Yoruba forests. Let them come to our land and they will see. They say that all the government of Ondo State and others must draw a boundary. Where who are the bandits and who are the law-abiding? How can we know? As I'm going there, my phone, when you man all the lizards, all the now lizard, their stomach is almost on the floor. So we don't know which one has belly ache. How do we know? How can you differentiate between a good herdsman and a violent terrorist herdsman? How can you know? How can you know? I'm asking you. Mietiala is there, remote controlling all your lives. Look at how they installed, after installing Hope, they installed the idiot George Obiozo. George Obiozo was the man that took Hope Uzodinma to the north to go and introduce him as a politician. The same Uzodinma that George Obiozo, he's an intellectual, as they, the fools. Once they give you a degree, they say you're an intellectual. George Obiozo, before you took Hope Uzodinma to the north, did you know that Hope Uzodinma was doing 419 in Lagos? He was a fraudster doing Yahoo in Lagos. Who doesn't know in Imo State that Hope Uzodinma was a fraudster in Lagos? These are the type of leaders that they imposed on our people. Idiots. And we are there, Apex organization, Apex organization, Apex. These are errand boys for the caliphate. That's why BBC is promoting him. That is why they're all promoting. That is what they have always done. Black people are like that. As I told you before, when the British came,